I believe someone was hungry. The big question on my mind today was I going to be able to record without any problems? Because I needed to record a Skyrim today, which is also probably the best test because there's so many episodes. So it's not that I'm not taking it seriously, but I think people that have been watching for 100 episodes will understand if one of them has a bunch of meowing in the background. So I played through Skyrim, and when I started, before I had actually started recording the episode, they were having a hard time with the headset cable. Oh my God, they were both going after it, and I just grabbed them by the scruff of the neck and said no very forcefully and moved them. And Kepler got it. Kepler did it, I think, twice, and then Kepler left it alone. Sagan did not. Sagan just continually went after that thing. But eventually I put Kepler up by me, and Kepler is a real big cuddle bug. And he curled up next to me and went to sleep. And after Sagan saw that there was no more fun to be had, he jumped up in my chair, and he went to sleep. And then they were asleep. So I just went ahead and recorded, and everything was fine. There was no problems, which is great. And Kepler was all cuddled up to me, and I needed to come over here and start editing this. And I came over here, and Sagan was in my chair, so I picked up Sagan, and I sat down and put him on my lap. He went back to sleep. Kepler was over there. He was watching what I was doing, and he was jealous, and he came down and he jumped up to my lap. So now I got both of them. I got both of the boys. Sagan has been asleep. Kepler likes to move around a lot for some reason. It's like he can never get comfortable. He also really loves to lay on arms. I noticed that a lot yesterday, which is bad because I need my arm to work. You're ridiculous. You know that? You're ridiculous. They're really stinking cute, though. But I got some work to do, so I'm going to try to get it done with cats on my lap. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're just relaxing. You relaxing, aren't you? Anyway, it's much later now. The day went pretty well. I've actually just been working on stuff, and I've been able to work. I was able to get a pretty good amount of work done, considering that the cats were here. They slept a lot today, and that means this evening they were running around a lot. We also ran over to Big Lots and got that TV stand that we wanted to get. So we have the TV stand. It's in the back room. I don't know when we're going to actually get around to making it, or putting it together rather, but we will. The cats have been good though. They've been little angels. Mostly. This evening they were a little wild, and they continue to try and like jump. What they do is they jump up on the subwoofer and then they get behind the TV, or they get behind the computer or whatever. And if they get behind the TV, they knock over the Wii, they knock over the modem, they knock over the router. If they get back there, they like to lay on my external hard drives, which I don't want them to do. So I keep pulling them out and saying no, reinforcing it, and they're really not getting it, and I'm assuming it's because they're kittens. They're just young, and they're really not grabbing that. But I don't know what to do. Also, another thing me and Mal have been talking about is that we are going to attempt to toilet train these cats. Not really sure how that's going to go, but it's something that we would like to try. But life with cats is good so far. And I'm sure it'll get better as they get a little older, because as fun as kittens are and as cute as they are a huge handful. And even though they did well today, it was because they slept a lot of the day, which means they'll probably have a lot of energy tomorrow. And I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm really hoping that things will go well. What are you doing? Are you waking up?
Oh no.
Uh-oh, yeah. Oh boy. Now that you're awake, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. Also, I figured I'd actually show you guys the TV stand. There it is. I guess it's not very impressive, but I showed you guys on the vlog the other day. It's where the TV actually is up in the air. I say again. And you get 3 rows, which is really useful, so we can put things like, the Sega CD, which we haven't, assembled yet, but I've just been so busy. But I also decided that I'm going to print the case inserts myself. And I did one. We picked up a pack of legal paper, and I printed one myself just to test it. And honestly, it looks good enough where I'm not actually going to bother taking it to Kinko's or whatever, getting them to print it, because now I can print it from the comfort of my own home. So I did Earthworm Jim 3. So on the shelf, let me just kind of give you an example here. When it's on the shelf, you can see it says Earthworm Jim 3, and it has the little spine. And then I'm doing retail covers just because it's easier. So this is what the retail cover looks like, and then you can flip it over, and it's just as if you had an actual box. Now, I decided to take it another step further, because when you open them and the backside is white, it's kind of boring because, you know, you open it and you're just staring at white. So I actually put an image on the back. So now you can see I printed on the reverse side, so it says Earthworm Jim 3D on the inside too. So now the case is really cool. It feels more complete to me. So we got the game and the manual, because that's what I'm collecting, not bothering with the boxes. And we have this really nice case that is just like the case you would buy, or the box you would buy at the store. So I got one done, and I like the way it came out. So I will gradually, over time, be doing more and more of these, and eventually all of these will have pictures on them. So I'm pretty excited about that. What are you doing, you little whippersnapper? You smelling the box? They're both in here. Yeah, that thing's going to be a TV stand. It'll be something else for you guys to climb on, and oh god, they're going to play. You guys playing? They've been asleep for a long time, so I'd be very surprised if they didn't start just running around the house frantically and tackling each other. And sneezing, because they've been sneezing a lot. But they were in a shelter with a bunch of other cats, and apparently it's really common for the cats to have what is essentially a cold whenever they get out of there, because they've been around all these other cats, so they usually are a little sick. Okay, I'm going to need you to stop using your claws all over the hamper. Anyway, things are going good. I'm excited to have the cats, and I am getting work done, albeit slightly slower, and there's still a lot to do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?